Hi friends, thank you so much for being here. Today's video, I'm doing a tutorial on this look. It's a classic holiday look with a twist. So if you want to know all the details on this interesting take on a classic holiday look, then let's go. We're doing eyes first today. The star of the show is going to be the Rem Beauty X Wicked palette. First, we're going to go into Thrillifying on my favorite Real Techniques 203. I'm going to focus that in the crease and flick onto the tape. Then around the edges, I'm going into Goodness Knows. Then for a little bit of depth, I'm going into Espresso, just very pinpointed right where my crease meets the tape. It wouldn't be a classic holiday look if I didn't go in with a black eyeliner. I'm going in with my trusty LA Girl Blackout Gel Eyeliner, and I'm going to blend that with an e.l.f. small angled brush. So the very edge of the wing is going to be right where my crease ends, and it meets the tape. So I'm not going to go past there, and I'm going to back blend, going directly straight across to the center of my eye, and then I'm just gonna fill in that portion. And to make sure that I don't overextend, I'm going to back blend, so I'm gonna go the opposite direction that you normally blend. And this is just a little trick I use all the time just to make sure I'm staying within the confines that I've set for myself. And while I'm blending the top part of my wing, I'm almost going in a rounded kind of shape. Now we're here. I do want to top it off with something really iridescent and sparkly in the center of the lid. I want to go in with Swankified. So just taking some on my finger, but I'm going to really work that in between my ring fingers just to break down the pearl even more and thin it out to where it's really, really sheer, like that. And then I'm just going to very lightly start dusting that onto my lid. If you ever want to shear out a shimmer and make it more like a topper, that's a really good little trick. So now we just have that very soft wash of iridescent blue. We're gonna finish off eyes later. Moving on to complexion, I'm gonna do my little acne covering trick, which is taking a nude or white pencil and going over all of your little spots. And then taking a small detailed brush, my favorite one is this LBE7 from Lunar Beauty, maintaining most of the coverage right over the spot, so I don't actually touch the very center, just the edges. I think this look requires a bit of a heavier duty foundation, so I'm going to go in with my Fenty Soft Lit, but I'm going to mix in some of my white foundation mixing pigment to shade match me. So I took a pump of my Fenty foundation, which is that much, and then I'm just gonna add the tiniest dollop. Honestly, that was probably too much. And then I will just mix it in the palm of my hand. That's going to be as good of a shade match as we're gonna get. So then I just start to dab with my finger. This way it helps me maintain as much coverage as possible. Blending out with my favorite foundation brush. This is an LBF2, also from Lunar Beauty. Concealer is still the Tower 28. I'm going to let this sit for at least a minute. I never really talked about this product on my channel, but I'm getting back into the Rollaway Glow from Iconic London. I just have to go in before any of my other base products because it is just that I'm doing my favorite bronzer contour combination, which is starting off with my Milk Contour. And then I'm gonna bronze up using my Hypernova Satin Matte Bronzer. Honestly, I'm not quite sure which blush to go in with because I don't want it to be too matchy-matchy where it looks very monochromatic, but I don't want it to be too punching where it takes away from the lips and the eyes. So I'm just gonna try Milk Makeup Flip and add a very sheer layer. I just paint it onto my brush first, and we'll see how that goes. Cute, very subtle, but that's kind of what I was going for. So now I'm going to set everything and then we'll finish off the eyes. I'm going in with my Hourglass translucent veil, but first I'm gonna pat out any creasing that might have happened. I've put a tiny amount of that powder in the cap, and then I just dab my little powder puff in there. And then in the palm of my hand, I continue to get that excess off. See, there was quite a bit of excess. And then I'll rub it so that the powder is really meshed in. And then I'll start in the areas that need the most, which is around the mouth and the chin for me. When there's not that much left, then I'll go underneath the eyes. And I also like to back blend. So I start on the outskirts of where I'm actually going to. So if I'm going underneath the eye, I'll start on the corner of my eye and then I'll go in, just so that I'm not putting the most amount of powder right in this delicate area where I get the most creasing. And this year I've gotten really into like cleaning up underneath the cheek products. So I've taken a good bit of powder. I'm not wiping it off or anything because I want this to make a drastic little line. Whenever I don't have my septum in, it weirds me out. Like, I don't recognize myself without my septum, but I always flip it up just so that it doesn't get like all my foundation and powder. But when I do flip it up and I see myself, it just takes me out of it. Like, it just feels like my nose isn't complete without my septum. I feel like I need a little bit more snatch, like right around my temple. So I'm just gonna add a little bit more contour right here. Off of camera, I went ahead and laid down my eyebrows. I always use my Rare Beauty laminating brow gel. You've seen me do this a million times, so did that. To finish off the eyes, I'm going back into my LA Girl eyeliner. I'm going to tightline. When I'm tightlining for a look like this, I'll put just a little bit extra on this inner corner so that almost touching my lid, and then I'll take my angled brush and then I'll just smudge and feather that onto the lid. I'm gonna do an inner corner wing using my favorite KVD tattoo liner in Trooper Black. Then at the corner of my eye, I'm gonna start a little bit more inwards because I want to leave a good amount of space in here, just blank. And I'm just gonna put a little bit of my black eyeliner, and then I'm gonna back blend with my angled brush. And then right at the edge of that black eyeliner, I'm gonna start blending it out, but completely straight. Instead of at an angle, I'm just gonna go completely outwards. Now that we have this double wing situation, I'm going in with my NYX Milk Jumbo Eye Pencil. So I'll start off by putting it in the waterline. Then I'm taking this brush from About Face. This is their color loading brush, just a flat synthetic brush. And then I'm gonna paint some of that NYX Jumbo Pencil onto there. And then this negative space that we have left, that's where we're gonna clean up our wing, but also just brighten that up with the white. I've set my face. Now for lashes. These are the only lashes that I ever wear or want to wear. They are the Kiss Impress Falsies. This is the refill pack. So I just take one of the long, one of the medium, and one of the short and lay them right at the corner of my eye next to each other. For mascara, I'm gonna wipe off all of the excess. And for the top lashes, I'm just gonna coat the very inside of my top lashes. And then for the bottom lashes, I'm only going to do the very outside corner, but brush my lashes outwards. I'm lining with Fenty Beauty Extra Thigh today. I'm going to add this Urban Decay Liquid Lip Color in Raw Footage on top, which is a really pretty Merlot kind of red. But honestly, just wearing this lip liner with the Kaleidos Untamed Glow Glossy Lip Glaze in Free Fall, which is just a really sparkly black gloss, would look so freaking good. That's a really good lip combination. Just for fun though, I want to see what would happen if I put some of this Swankified shade just dusted in the center. The same thing that I did before on the eyes, really break down and rub that pigment. Ooh, ooh. That just elevated that so much. And just to be extra, extra, I am gonna put some of that glossy lip glaze from Kaleidos on top. And here is the final makeup look. I would love to know your feedback on this look, and if you want more looks like these, tutorials, get ready with me's, reviews, and other makeup things, then like, comment, subscribe. I'm sending you guys a big, big hug and lots of love and light, and I will see you in the next one.